people here on Facebook Live. Welcome everybody to tonight's Profit Power Hour. We already have a couple hundred people actually on the webinar. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my mic and my camera so you guys can see me as well. Give me just a second, and then I'm going to go get a password for this new phone because I'm going to try to show y'all something tonight on my phone. We'll see. Let's see what webcam is on here. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So I've got two cameras on here, and tonight we're just going to do a really cool Q&A. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about another social media outlet that I've been using lately and where I think it's going, and why you should start capitalizing on these other social media outlets alongside Facebook while you're building your business. So give me just a minute. I'm going to pop out of my seat for a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Don't worry, I am here. Nothing was broken on your computer. I was just away for a second. I've gotten all these new phones, so for Facebook Live and all this other stuff. So tonight, what we're going to do is a quick Q&A. I just want to answer some of your questions. I want to see, where you guys are struggling. And we're also going to go over another cool social media source that I think is about to get really big, and it's going to blow up. So no matter what business it is that you're working in, it could be local marketing, it could be network marketing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and honestly, it doesn't even matter. It's going to be important to be on these other places as well. As y'all know, Facebook is my bread and my butter. So I believe Facebook is the #1 place everybody should be. But this past week, I've been using another social media source, which I'm sure if you've been on my Facebook profile, you've seen me advertising, and or at least asking you to follow me there. And I think it's going to be really big. Now, first things first, I want to do a Q&A. Let me pull out the questions box on GoToWebinar. I want to make sure everybody can hear me and everybody can see me. So if you can hear me and see me, just put in a hashtag IC. All right, hashtag IC. That would be ISEE, just so you know. Actually, it doesn't even really matter. All right, I see a ton of hashtag ICs coming in from Julia, Casey, Brittany, Dawn, Thomas, Scott, Will, Bridget, Marcia, Robin, Leslie, Leon, Rick Taylor, special guests, Ricky Poon, Mike. All right, too many names to actually go over, and I can't read everybody's names. It's just flying in so fast. It's funny, I get so many people on my webinars, and I have hundreds and hundreds of people in here, sometimes 1,000 people we max out. And on my Facebook Lives, I'm lucky if I break 100 people. So all of my students are used to coming in to my trainings via my webinars, which is what I've been doing now for a full year. I've literally been doing it a full year, these webinars. Now, I'd like to do another quick little question before we get started. How many of you here, this is your very first time on one of my Profit Power Hours? Type in just the number 2. If you are new and this is the first time you've been on my Profit Power Hour. I just want to see how many newbies we have in here. All right, then, welcome Josh Irving, Robin, Leon, Ricky. Let's see who else we have here. Vlad, Sin, Arthur, Thomas, Hugo, Yolanda, Matt, Ann, Courtney, and Josh. And it looks like there's a couple more. Richard says this is his second or third time. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad to have y'all here. So if you're new to the Profit Power Hour, This is just a way for you guys to connect with me and ask me questions. Some weeks I have full presentations ready for you guys, teach you something new. Some weeks I bring on partners, friends, player coaches to teach stuff that I don't know yet, that I'm learning, that I want you guys to learn. And then some weeks I just get on here, we hang out, and I answer some questions. In the past 8 months, in the past 8 months, I have been able to create an e-commerce business that has done $2.2 million, maybe 9 months. So $2.2 million on a e-commerce business. And lately, that is all I've been talking about. I've only been talking about Facebook ads and e-commerce. I'm going to start expanding upon that. I'm going to start talking about some other things that I want you guys to learn. And right now, I just kind of want to go over some questions that you guys have. So one of the big questions, and I'm going to write this down on my notepad, is with Facebook ads. And that question is, what type of budget do I need to start with Facebook ads? So when you're starting out with Facebook ads, you're going to need an advertising budget of $5, okay? $5. That's literally all that it takes to get started with Facebook ads. Now, you're not going to make a quadrillion, zillion, billion dollars off of $5, but that's about what it takes to get started, $5 in 10 minutes. Now, everybody on my GoToWebinar, type in hashtag $5 if you got $5 to spare and you're willing to risk $5 to get started marketing on Facebook ads. All right, I see tons of $5 coming in. All right, cool. All right, so a lot of people have this misconception that advertising is mega expensive and you have to have hundreds of dollars to start, and you don't. To this day, even though I'm pushing millions of dollars through advertising, I still start all of my advertising campaigns at just $5. And I build upon that. See, I don't think it's wise to risk a whole bunch of money up front in advertising until your ad actually starts producing results. You're supposed to scale as you see yourself earning money. A lot of people get really confident and they say, you know what, I'm smart, I know everything in the world, I'm Mr. Know-It-All, I love this product, I think it's going to crush it, so I'm going to drop $100 or $50 or $500, and then they come running back with their tail in between their legs crying because they lost their money because they made a mistake, right? Either they predicted that the product was going to be good and it sucked, or their targeting sucked. Either way, make sure that your ad works first. Now, you can identify if an ad is going to be a winner or a loser just simply off of a $5 a day ad budget. Now, the next question is, how many days should I test an ad before I cut it off? How many of you in here would say, have that question, would like to know how many days you should let a $5 ad run before you shut it down and you see that it doesn't have any results and you want to move on to the next thing? How many of you would like to know when? All right, some of you already know the question because you've been my students for a long time. All right, so Thomas wants to know. Brittany Guest says she would like to know. All right, so here's this thing. You let it run for 3 days. In other words, you let it spend $15. 3 days. After 3 days, if you have no conversions whatsoever, you need to kill the ad and start over. After 3 days, it's just, if you have not gotten a sale yet, you're likely, and you're not getting any likes, any shares, any of that stuff, then you might need to tweak the ad. Now, I'm not saying that you give up, right? I'm saying that you make an intelligent, calculated decision to turn that ad off and then restructure it, right? Be it use a different image, use different targeting. You might want to test something out. Now, after 3 days, something new out. Now, after 3 days of running your ad, if you get like one sale and you break even, right? Or you've gotten a sale but you're at a negative, don't kill the ad, okay? So I'm going to repeat that. After 3 days, let's say that you spent $15 on your ad, okay? So it's been 3 days and you spent $15 and you've gotten one sale. And let's say that that ad generated for you 10 bucks. So you've actually lost $5. Don't kill the ad, because the ad shows that it has hope, right? There is some hope for that ad that generated one sale. That's actually a very, very good sign. You should not expect a whole bunch of sales within the first couple of days. Now, you should expect one, right? You should expect one sale within the first couple of days. But if you've got zero, then there might be a problem. You want to go back and you want to reassess. So when you're doing that, you need to start looking at the amount of likes, shares, and comments your ad is getting. So if your ad has shown for 3 days and it's got no likes or barely any people liking it or barely any people commenting or sharing it, then it probably means that your product sucks or your ad in general sucks, okay? If you have an ad that gets a boatload of sales, right? It's got a ton of sales, and I'm sorry, not sales, but likes, shares, and comments, but zero sales, that tells me that there is hope for the ad, but there's just one teeny tiny little thing that's screwed up that you need to go in and fix, because people are liking, people are sharing, people are commenting, but they're not buying. So that leads me into the next question. So let's recap. Number one is kill an ad after 3 days, 4 days maximum, if you're not seeing any sales come in, okay? You need to shut it down and you need to try new targeting or something, okay? You need to reassess the way you set that ad up. If it's been 3 days or so and you have a sale or maybe 2 sales and you're breaking even or you're at a negative but you generated a sale, don't turn your ad off, okay? Let it run for 3 or 4 more days, because it might catch and pick up some momentum. Facebook ads, they can pick up momentum and just turn into massively successful ads, but they've got to get that momentum, and those sales are what create that momentum, okay? So don't kill the ad right before it gets a chance to really take off. If you see a sale or you see a couple of sales come in and you are you're in the negative, at least you're still getting sales. By the way, on the webinar, I'm not showing my screen. That was stupid. Let me show my screen. Okay, so everybody on the webinar now should see my screen. You should see my Facebook page pulled up. Will you just type in yes if you see my Facebook page, if you're on the GoToWebinar? Okay, that was my bad. I'm multitasking. I'm on Facebook Live and I'm on GoToWebinar. It's like, when you're ADD like me, it's sometimes multitasking can kill you. Oh yeah, okay. Now, the next thing. I got a question earlier today. Somebody hit me up and said, Adrian, my ad has hundreds of likes. It's getting lots of engagement, lots of comments, but I don't have any sales. Why is that? All right, if your ad is generating a lot of engagement, but you're not getting any sales, the main problem is most likely your product. Your product is probably just not appealing enough to get people to make the purchase. Your targeting is likely on point because you're hitting a very passionate audience and they're liking, sharing, and commenting. That's a good thing. But where you're falling off is the product itself probably is not appealing to people. That could be a big, big issue. So you might want to try to just reassess what type of product you're marketing. Go find something that's within the same niche and test it. Let me take a look at some of the questions here. All right, so Jorn Eric says, what kind of ad should you test with PPE or click the website? What kind of ad should you test with PPE or clicks the website? All right, for those of you that can see my screen, if you're on the Facebook Live call, you cannot see my screen. You've got to be on the webinar to see the screen. There are three main types of ads, okay? So I'm going to talk about three main types of ads that people run on Facebook, okay? They run what's called clicks to website. Let me just, so type 1 is going to be clicks to website, all right? Then you've got type 2. Which is going to be post engagement. And then you've got type 3, which is going to be website conversions. All right, so there's three types of ads that most people run. That's clicks to website, paid post engagement ads, and website conversion ads. And this is where most people get confused as anything. They don't know which one to choose, because when you log into Facebook and you hit create an ad, they give you literally like 15 or 20 different options. Do you want app installs? Do you want video views? Do you want likes? Do you want traffic? Do you want engagement? Do you want to boost your posts? It's like all of these different things. Most people say do clicks to website, but I look at clicks to website as the old way, the really old way. For those of you that don't know anything about Facebook ads, let me explain what these three different options are. When you're buying traffic on Facebook and you're choosing what types of ads that you want to create, Facebook gives you all these options. Clicks to website means Facebook, their main goal while delivering your ad to their users is going to be to generate clicks, to generate people, to generate customers that see your ad and click it, okay? That's the goal. The goal is to get clicks on your ad if you're using clicks to website. And some people just want traffic, you know, they just want people to hit their site, okay? Type number 2, post engagement. This type of ad, Facebook will optimize your ad to show up to people that are more likely to engage. That would be comment, share, and like. Comment, share, and like. Now, these types of ads are ads that are intended to go viral. So if you've got like a viral video or a meme or a GIF or something that you want to promote, you're just trying to get virality out of your ad, most people use post engagement ads. All right. Now the third type of ad, is my personal favorite. It's called a website conversion ad. All right, so website conversion ads are by Facebook optimized to only show to people that are more likely to generate a sale for you, all right, to convert, all right? The main goal of website conversion ads is to, it's to get a conversion, right? That's the goal. So when somebody asks me, hey, Adrian, I have a product to sell. I want to sell this candle right here. I want to sell candles. Now, which type of ad should I use to sell my candle? Should I do a clicks to website ad and just try to get traffic there? Or should I do a paid post engagement ad and just try to get people to like it? Or should I do a website conversion ad? How many of you think, all right, what type out of the three types? Type 1, clicks to website. Type 2, paid post engagement. Type 3, website conversion. Which type would you think common sense tells you would be best to generate sales for this candle right here? If I wanted to sell this, Type it in the chat box. All right, type 3. Most everybody is saying website conversion ads. We have one person say clicks the website, and that was Julie. All right, so Julie, let me break this down for you so you understand. And it's okay. It's not bad that you put in type 1. It's just you just need to, maybe you just need to hear it again. So you've got 3 types of ads. One is meant to generate traffic. One's meant to generate viral engagement. One's meant to generate actual sales. If you want to sell something, then you want website conversion ads to generate sales. Facebook knows almost everything about their users. They know what websites we visit. They know how often and how long we spend on Facebook. They know what types of ads that we're likely to click on Facebook. They even know when we purchase stuff, right? All of that stuff is tracked, right? Just kind of like Google can track that stuff. Facebook has partners, and a lot of Facebook marketers use tracking with Facebook. So they know who the buyers are. Facebook knows who their buyers are. So when you use website conversion ads, okay, you're telling Facebook, I want you to sift through all of the traffic on Facebook, all of the users. I want you to bypass the clickers. I want you to bypass paid post engagement, and I want you to only find the people that are more likely to convert and generate a sale for me, right? That is what website conversion ads are meant to do. So website conversion ads are the absolute best type of ads that you can run through Facebook. Now, Karis Atkins says something about Han Solo. Karis, you're on the wrong train. Maybe you should go back and watch Netflix or something. I don't know. But everybody here, unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, is trying to learn how to generate traffic on Facebook, okay? I appreciate you being here, though, but I don't think people wanted that spoiler, maybe. So if you have a Facebook question, I'd be more than happy to answer it for you. Okay, so let me just take a look over here at some of my questions. Okay, Abby says, if we don't have a lot of history with Facebook ads, are website conversion ads the best? Yes, they still are, because Facebook learns as you go, right? Facebook will learn who your clickers are, who your cart abandoners are, and who your buyers are, right? So even if you have a brand spanking new ad and no history with Facebook, basically your website conversion ad, when it's brand new and you got no history, your website conversion ad pretty much is a clicks to website ad. But the great thing about the website conversion ad is as it evolves, as it starts getting traffic, right, it starts optimizing for your buyers. It starts optimizing for your buyers, whereas a clicks to website ad, an ad that's meant to generate clicks will always only generate or optimize for clicks. Victor says, do you have to have previous sales in order to do a website conversion ad? No. Like I said, it learns as you go. So you can start a website conversion ad with literally 0 sales. And that's what I did in the very beginning. A year and a half ago, I started generating an insane amount of sales. I mean, it was crazy on t-shirts. And the thing is, people overcomplicate things naturally. When I was young, before college, I grew up using Windows-based computers. So I grew up using Windows-based computers. and I wanted to switch to Mac computers because Macs looked cool. I heard they were better for like, doing web design, and I knew I wanted to start internet marketing. And finally one day I said, you know what, dang it, I'm going to buy a MacBook computer. So I did. And when I got back and I opened it up, I spent hours and hours and hours trying to figure out how to make that MacBook computer work. And there were little pieces that were missing, and I was getting really frustrated. I was wasting time. And then somebody that knew how to use a Mac computer came over and showed me the basics on how to actually operate a Mac computer. And what I found, my big mistake is I was assuming it was mega complicated, right? So I was actually overcomplicating it so much so, I thought that there would be so many steps, because that's kind of how Windows was, that I didn't realize there was just one button right in front of my face that I needed to click to get everywhere I needed to be. And it was kind of like a wake-up moment for me. And I see it happen so much with internet marketing and Facebook ads. People overcomplicate things. They think this must be harder than it seems, or oh, this could generate an insane amount of money, therefore it must be mega, mega, mega complicated, mega hard. That's not the case. Oftentimes you need people to show you that you are overcomplicating things. And that's what I introduced to a lot of top marketers last year to a year and a half ago. I entered into a mastermind I was invited into, and these are guys that are doing 6 figures a month. They're doing $100,000 to $150,000 a month in sales. And I also was doing $100,000 to $150,000 a month in sales. That's why they invited me in. The difference between me and them was what's called return on investments, profits. So some of those guys were generating $150,000, but they were actually only taking home about 30 grand, or they were only taking home 50 or 60 grand or whatever. I was generating 150K, and I was taking home like $90,000. I was literally over 100% return on investment. And they were all just astonished. They were like, how are you doing that? All of us have the same results. What are you doing differently that we're not doing, because we want to learn how to do that as well? And I said, look, here's what I'm doing. I create an ad, I optimize it for conversions, and then I leave it alone. I create an ad, I find a product, right, that's a good product. I create my ad, I do my targeting, and I do it for website conversions, and I leave it alone. And they couldn't believe it was that simple. So one of them asked me if I would get on a Facebook, not a Facebook call, but a Skype call with them, and asked me if I would prove it. He said, I don't believe you. I want you to prove it, that that's all you do. You just send people to website conversion ads. You don't do a whole bunch of crazy advanced targeting, and you don't have clicks to website ads, paid post engagement ads, and all of these other little things. I want to see that you just have a couple of ads that are running and have been running for a long time, generating for you that type of ROI. I was a little reluctant to, share my screen and show all of my ad campaigns, because that's valuable, important, private data. But I also don't like anybody calling me out, saying that, they didn't believe that I was doing what I was doing. So I got on the call with him. I showed him my screen. I remember he was sitting in a coffee shop somewhere in Canada. And I showed him my screen. And I was like, look, here's what I'm doing. All I'm doing is website conversion ads. I don't have a zillion pixels. I don't, have a zillion different types of ads. I've just got 1 or 2 ads for each product, that target men versus women, and I'm crushing it. And he saw it and it blew his mind. He couldn't, still took him a minute to believe it. He said, I can't believe I've been doing all of this detailed stuff for so long, making less money, and you're doing so much less and making so much more. And it really boils down to that with Facebook marketing, is Facebook gives you a whole bunch of options, which makes you internally overcomplicate things, because there are so many options that you just can't believe that, oh, well, this is the one and it just works. You want to test them all. But I'm more of a lazy marketer, right? I like to think smart, and I don't like to work very hard. So I said, I'm just going to do website conversion ads. I'm not going to create a zillion different pixels and all that stuff. I'm just going to send traffic using website conversion ads to every niche. And that was like Second Amendment niche, the nursing niche, the heritage niche. What else was I doing? I was doing stuff targeted toward massage therapists. I was doing stuff targeted toward grandparents and various types of family members. I mean, it was across the board. Cats, they were all going to similar ads. I was literally writing the same ad and plugging in cat, Second Amendment, guns, grandma, grandpa, the same ad. And every single time it just simply converted, right? And these guys, they started kind of copying my strategy. And what happened was all of their return on investment started just skyrocketing. And, you know, to this day, they still tell me, you know, thank you for that. And it's not that I did anything that was like, you know, mega amazing, mega smart. My theory is Facebook is smarter than I am on their platform. And Facebook is smarter than you. Facebook is smarter than you. All right? And if Facebook has an ad option that says, hey, let us take the wheel, and as you advertise your campaign, we will learn who your buyers are, and we will prioritize your ad and show it to people whom we feel are more likely to actually convert. Let us do that. Let us cherry pick the most valuable customers on Facebook for you. And to me, that's just common sense. Christine says, great webinar, can't get on to GoTo. Yeah, Christine, the thing about the GoTo webinar is we max out every week, literally every week. And if you don't come early, then you know you get locked out, or if you leave, and oftentimes you can't get back in. So that's why I'm starting to do on Facebook live calls too. Oh, okay, so you're having audio issues over there. Okay, well, I can see everybody hears me. Maybe it was just your computer. Now, yeah, so like I was saying, with website conversion ads, to me, I'm going to let Facebook take the wheel. I'm going to let them steer my ad where they feel that it needs to go. Now, this does not mean that you don't need to use keywords. It does not mean that you don't need to target your ads. What it means is, as your ad is going out on Facebook, Facebook is going to do their best to show your ad, to serve your ad to people that they feel are more likely to convert. And the beautiful part about these types of ads is the longer they run, the more intelligent they become. So the longer they run, the more intelligent these ads become. And they just become powerhouses over time. I did a Facebook call, live call earlier. I think it was like 4:30 Eastern, so about 5 hours ago or so, or 4 hours ago, something like that. I showed a campaign that I've been running with website conversions, with a website conversion ad on Facebook for a year, over a year. And it's done around $300,000 in revenue. My commissions are like $150K on the ad. And actually it's done more if you include what it's done on a Shopify store. And it just, you know, these are stable, steady, long-term ads. what you see with clicks to website ads like these and paid post engagement ads is they'll work. I'm not saying they don't work. You need really precise targeting for them. But what happens is they'll like spike up out of the gate, they'll shoot up, but then they'll nosedive. You'll be making money, and then overnight it's like, and it just blows up. And all of a sudden, your campaign literally craps out. I have no idea why that happens. It doesn't make any sense. But with website conversion ads, here's what my campaigns look like. They go up, 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 and they steady, like they kind of get steady like this. But you see my hand is still slanted upwards a little bit. So they continue to go up. There is a huge jump, but then it starts to plateau, and it just slightly stays going up. I don't usually see these ads dive. Now they might be going up like this and then plane out, maybe dip a little bit, but then they start going back up because the ads are stable because Facebook is prioritizing those ads to show. Facebook's prioritizing those ads to start showing to people that are more likely to buy. The more people that see your ad, click your ad, and buy your product, the more Facebook learns about its customers, right? So, this is why website conversion campaigns are better in terms of profitability and in terms of longevity. How many of you in here get what I just said? You're feeling it, you're vibing on it, and you understand that website conversion ads, if you're trying to generate sales, are the best of the best. Just type in yes if you're with me. All right, Andrew Powell says golden nugget for me. Now, just so y'all know, I am switching between red wine and water. Red wine and water. I usually have a ginger ale or a really, really big Diet Coke from Chick-fil-A, but tonight I'm drinking red wine because my wife said that this is healthy. Cool, so I'm just going to ask a couple more questions. I'm going to answer a couple more questions. I'm going to let y'all, then, we're not going to do like a 5-hour fiasco tonight. This week's Profit Power Hour. It's going to be more of a, just a Q&A, and I want to talk about that social media outlet that I want you guys to check out. All right, let's see what this question is. I'm trying to see this comment in just a second. It's weird, it's not showing me your whole comment, man. Let's see if I can get it to pull it up. Okay, Julio says, for Shopify, how do we go about choosing a business name? I have seen a lot of people screw up here. Make sure you choose something that's short and sweet, okay? Don't put like most awesome shopping network store super mall. Don't do that. Nobody wants to go visit that website, okay? Think of something short and sweet, all right? Short and sweet, kind of like, like something like, I guess, like rocket deals, just 2 short words. And if you go to Google and you type in business name generator, there's a lot of free little softwares that'll take keywords like deal, sale, gear, and fashion, or tech, or tactical, and they'll generate a bunch of catchy names for you. In all honesty, that's what I did. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't come up with a good name. And I just went to this little tool on Google, is a business name generator, and I used it to generate my business name. It was 2 short and sweet words. You want to have something that is short and sweet, memorable, so people just know to come back and type it in. If your name is like, I'm just going to make something up short. It might not even be good. Let's just say Rocket Deals. RocketDeals.com. That's a good name, right? It's a short name. You can remember it. But if it's like Rocket Deals AZ345supermall.com, nobody's going to remember that. And you want to have a nice name for your brands starting out as well, because one day you may want to sell the business, and when you sell the business, you're selling the brand, and the shorter, sweeter brand names are more desirable because they're more easy to remember for consumers. Cameron says, what are your thoughts about advertising on Instagram? I do it. I advertise on Instagram. Instagram is a phenomenal advertising source because you get to utilize all of the targeting options that Facebook gives you and use it for Instagram because Facebook owns Instagram. So yeah, I would definitely do that. Vince says, earlier you spoke on Facebook compliance. A lot of people are mentioning the free plus shipping. So I talked to my rep today, and we talk about compliance all the time. It's just like I said earlier today, it's my #1 priority. When you're writing an ad, just make sure that you don't misrepresent the deal, okay? So if you're offering something that's free, but you only have to pay for shipping and handling, you need to put in the ad clearly, you can get this free, it's 0 retail, right? But you have to pay shipping and handling. All right, so you need to state that there is a shipping and handling charge, and it's totally fine. Even on my sales pages, when somebody clicks an ad for some of my free plus shipping products, what I'll do is on the sales page, I'll also once again say, just pay shipping, you have to pay shipping and handling. There is a shipping and handling charge. So you're showing people up front, hey, this, you're not paying retail on this, you're paying shipping and handling charges. And they know that going up front. They know that there is some sort of charge, be it on shipping or the cost of the product, that there is some sort of charge. And that's what, from my sources at Facebook, say that they're looking for, right? They're looking to see that you're not misrepresenting, that if there is money being charged, that the customer knows that up front. That's important. Also, I'm even up front with my shipping times. The stuff that I ship that comes from China, I don't say, oh, worldwide shipping fast to try to get the sale. I say, just so you know, on my sales pages at the bottom, right above the buy button, I say, please allow 3 to 4 weeks for shipping and handling. So I'm telling people before they ever even hit the buy button that it's going to be potentially a month before they get their product if it's coming from China. Doesn't hurt my conversion rate. It increases the trust that my company earns from my customers because we're telling them in advance that, hey, you're getting a great deal on this product, but you're going to have to wait for it. It's going to be a little while, but it's a phenomenal deal. It increases the trust and it decreases the amount of customer support that we have to do. Let's see. Ricky Poon says, would non-Facebook traffic add data to your pixels? Yes. Think about your Facebook pixel. Think of it like Google Analytics. Think of your Facebook pixel as if it's like a Google Analytics code. It doesn't matter where people are coming from when they visit your site, whether they type it in directly or they come from an email or YouTube or Twitter or somewhere else. If somebody hits your website and they're logged into Facebook, which most people are logged into Facebook all day, all night, their web browser always has Facebook open, then Facebook is tracking them. It doesn't mean they don't have to click on your Facebook ad. So if you have a massive email list and you blast that list of product on your store or an affiliate product on your website, all of those people that click on your email and go to your website and go to your store, if they have Facebook open, then Facebook's going to track them. It's adding very, very valuable data to your pixel, right? So Facebook will track all of the visitors that hit your website, which is awesome. So you are gaining a ton of knowledge and a ton of data from other traffic sources, not even necessarily just Facebook ads. Michael Dash says, do you use customer support for your stores? Yes, I do. I've hired some virtual assistants because my stores do upwards of 25 grand a day in sales. So I just can't, I don't want to deal with that. So I hire virtual assistants. I have a couple of them, and they handle all of the customer service for me. Starting out, I did it myself. It wasn't a big deal. But when you're doing 25K a day and, on a bad day, like $8,000 in revenue, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, your business is growing. It's a multi-million-dollar business, and you need to treat it like so, which means you need to staff up on customer service so you can keep your customers happy and answer their questions. Christine, it's on Instagram. Yeah, when I'm advertising on Instagram, I do it in a completely different ad campaign, and I bullseye target everybody on Instagram using the same tools that I would use in a regular Facebook ad. Alejandro says, is there a platform like AliExpress in USA cheap like that? Well, you're not going to find any that have the same, like, really cheap prices. But Amazon, Amazon and eBay are two places that people will stock up from because you can get stuff really good deals, obviously, but nowhere near what you can get the products for on Ali. And another thing is, I recommend, if you're doing e-commerce, if you're doing Shopify, I recommend that you don't just do free plus shipping products. I've made an insane amount of money with free plus shipping. Love it, still do it. It's awesome. It's my main squeeze, but I also have retail products on all of my sites. So I'm doing free offers and I'm doing retail offers. And I think for your brand, that's good. You can't have like a real brand that only offers free plus shipping products. The goal of free plus shipping is to generate a customer and then ascend that customer from a low-end $10 customer to a retail buyer, right? So you want to send them up and get them to buy more expensive stuff. So my email list is 350,000 people if you count all of my e-commerce stores. Actually, more like 400,000 people. And about 70% of them came from the free plus shipping model. But, well, maybe like 60. So, let's say 70. 70% of them came from the free plus shipping model. And I start email marketing to them retail offers. So when they get on my list, I instantly start sending them stuff like $30 t-shirts and phone cases that are $25 that are custom printed, coffee mugs, blankets, yoga mats, expensive stuff, watches, stuff like that, and they buy it. See, customer acquisition is the most expensive part of marketing. Once you get that customer, you know that they're interested, you know that they've trusted you, and they purchased from you before, it's really easy to get them to spend again. So with my email marketing, I start hitting them with retail products, and I use the free products as a way to leverage, virality, and the most powerful word in the world when it comes to advertising, free. and really generate some buzz. And I offer products that are just awesome. I mean, I don't send people crap. You know, my project manager does a lot of research on the products before we start selling them. He looks at reviews that other customers have left on the products. He buys them and shows them to his wife or to friends, and we make sure that it's good. And as a result, we have thousands, actually we have over 100,000 customers, and tons of them every single day send us images of them holding their item or wearing their t-shirt or using the item that they purchased, saying thank you so much and putting our company name in there, because we're sending them stuff that is really nice, and it's actually a phenomenal deal. So you know, you want to make sure you offer them quality. Now let's see, Britt Guest says, I know you don't want to reveal too much information, but with your ESA training coming out in May, will it be a step-by-step training for successful e-commerce business? I plan to be one of your success students. I hope so. And wanted to know if I could tell you anything about the training. Okay, so Britt, it is going to be step-by-step for sure. Okay, I've been working on it for 8 months. It's like my baby. I literally have been living and breathing, creating this course called Ecom Success Academy, and it does come out on pre-launch is May 17th, and then May 24th is when it's actually released. It's going to be over 150 videos, and when I say videos, I'm actually playing it down. They're like 30 to 45-minute, filming my screen over the shoulder, watching me work, build ads, walking you through everything that you could possibly ever imagine and need to know when it comes to starting your own e-commerce store, and when it comes to Facebook ads. It's not just, oh, here's how you do free plus shipping. I go over retail products, different promotional strategies, like buy one, get one free, buy one, get free shipping. Every type of Facebook ad, like these 3 types of ads, I go into extensive detail on these 3, and just everything. Sourcing products, building a team, project management. It is going to be the training of all trainings, and I'm not saying anybody else hasn't put anything awesome out. I'm just saying that I built this to be the best, right? And I built it to generate earnings reports. So I built all of this business myself, and I made so many mistakes over the past 8 months building this business because I didn't know what I was doing. I had traffic experience. I know Facebook ads inside and out, but I had never started an e-commerce store before. I did affiliate marketing. So building a Shopify store was way out of my comfort zone. And I made a note of every mistake that I made. I made note of all of my speed bumps that I had to go over. And when I created this course, I made sure to go over all of that, review it, and help anybody that's new bypass that type of stuff. I go into advanced advertising strategies. You know, it's 150 videos, actually more than that. It might be around 200. What that means is that I broke things up piece by piece by piece by piece so it could be easily digested. If you watch a training that just jumbles a whole bunch of stuff up into a couple of videos, like 15 videos, you walk out like, what the hell just happened? My brain hurts, you know, because you're trying to digest too much at one time. I understand how to teach people stuff. I've been teaching people now for, I think, 6 years. I've had thousands of students. I've mastered the ability to convey things and teach them in a way that newbies need to be taught. And to do that, you have to break things up into tiny pieces and learn each step, one step at a time. You can't throw a whole bunch of stuff at everybody in one video. They're not gonna learn from it. So I think one of the coolest things about the course is I did take that extra time to edit 140 additional videos and break it all up step by step by step. Spend 20, 30, 40 minutes on each video repeating myself, because repetition is key. You cannot hear something one time and then learn it. What happens is it goes in one ear and out the other. You have to hear it many, many, many times in order to really learn, what it is that you're being taught. So I know repetition is key. So that's what I'll say about Ecom Success Academy. It's gonna blow your mind when you see it, but it's also gonna be like a month before it comes out. So I know I'm excited about it, and I can't quit talking about it. As a matter of fact, if you want to get on the waiting list for Ecom Success Academy, let me see here. I think we just opened up the waiting list. It doesn't cost any money to join the waiting list. It's just if you go to ecomsuccessacademy.com, put in your first name, your email address, and your mobile number. When it is available, we'll email you, and we'll even send you a text message reminder and tell you to grab it. And right now, the price isn't. We don't even know what the price is going to be. I've just been focused on building it and making it awesome. So if you want to join the waiting list to be notified when it does release, if you just go to ecomsuccessacademy.com, put in your first name, email address, and number, then you'll be on the list that stays up to date about this particular this course. I call it the course of my life. I mean, I don't think I've ever put anything out this robust in terms of training. It's just going to be pretty wild. I'll type it in the chat box for everybody too. Let me just do that. Give me a second. I have a hard time typing and talking at the same time. It doesn't cost any money to join the waiting list. It just lets you get notified, when we do, when we do go live. I'm going to type it in here on Facebook too. All right, so when you join, it's not going to take you to a different page. It's going to take you right back to the home page, because all that is a little page that we created for people to join the waiting list that were interested. So I hope you all get on there and you get notified when it comes out, because it's only going to be, there's a 2-week window that it's going to be available. It's going to be available for 2 weeks, and then we're closing down access to it, because we got like some really cool stuff. But I can't talk about it anymore. I'll wait until it's actually launched to give all of the details. Now, the last thing I want to talk about tonight before I give away $200, because I'm giving away $200 cash money tonight, okay? That every week I give away $200. I'm going to PayPal it to somebody. I want to talk about Snapchat for a second, okay? I have decided that I am going to start Snapchatting, all right? And Snapchat is very intriguing to me because of the engagement that you get with Snapchat. Now, I am using Snapchat even though I thought it was silly for the past year, because I see a massive opportunity to increase your sales for your e-commerce business, for your coaching business, for your network marketing business, whatever business it is that you have. I think that Snapchat is going to be a great organic way to grab some free traffic and promote your business. I've been watching 2 or 3 top businesses on the internet advertise on Snapchat. The great thing about Snapchat is that it is all organic traffic. It's all organic traffic. And I opened up my Snapchat a couple weeks ago. I've already got a couple hundred people following me. And there's a couple of strategies that you can use to get people to follow you. Look, I'm not saying that you should Snapchat your food or Snapchat a photo of you or a video of you all day. What I'm saying is you could create a niche Snapchat account. All right, follow me here. A niche Snapchat account, and you can gain followers that are interested in that niche. It could be e-commerce, fashion, clothing, entrepreneurship, beauty, and so on and so on and so on. And you can actually advertise to it. One of my friends uses Snapchat to generate a boatload of traffic and sales. And he says it is his biggest traffic source for free traffic, being Snapchat, other than Facebook. So I think it's going to be huge. Now, you can add me on Snapchat and I'm just going to, for those of you watching the Facebook Live, you can add me on Snapchat on my fan page. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see this little green thing. If you just take a picture of it, and you can add me on Snapchat, and I'm going to be giving away some, money on Snapchat here and there. I'm going to be giving away some just random thoughts and advice throughout the day. But more importantly, I am studying it very, very closely to add it as an additional source of traffic for my business. Now, there's a really cool app. I want everybody to write this down. There's a really cool app that you can download on your Android phone or your iPhone. You just got to go to the App Store and search for the app called Ghost Codes, okay? So search for an app called Ghost Codes. I'm going to type that into the chat box for everybody. All right, so it is a mobile app and it's called Ghost Codes. Let me see if I can pull it up here on this app store on this phone. Give me just a second. All right, here we go. So let me show it. I'm going to show it to both cameras. If you go to the App Store, you'll find this app. It has like a little skeleton of a ghost. Seeing if it'll focus. It's called Ghost Codes. Let me see if I can get it to show on this. It's kind of blurry, I know, but it's called Ghost Codes. And you can download this app, and it's going to ask you for your Snapchat username and password, okay? So you're going to put in your Snapchat enter Snapchat username and password. That's step one, okay? If it's asking you for a special code to join, because they're by invite only, use the code BOO, okay? B-O-O. And that is a code you can use to download the app because they were by invite only. All right, now, step two, I want to show you all some cool stuff, is you are going to, I believe, choose a category. So step two is they're going to ask you a little bit about what kind of account, what your niche is with Snapchat. Mine is entrepreneurship, okay? So mine is entrepreneurship. And so I typed in entrepreneurship. The next thing it's going to allow you to do is step three, enter in interests. It lets you enter in a couple of different interests. And I'm trying to show you right now. Let me see if I can log in to mine. This is a new phone, so I can't get it to log in on this one. It's going to ask you what your interests are. So you need to enter in some interests that are relevant to whatever niche it is that you want it to be. Or, interests would be like making money. It would be social media. It would be dogs. It might be public speaking or cats, so on and so on and so on. they allow you, it's available on iPhone and Android, I believe. So it should be available on both iPhone and Android. I use an iPhone, so I'm not 100% positive. Right now, it might just be on iPhones because it's brand new. All right, here's what I want y'all to do though. If you can get it, maybe I'm wrong on Androids. Just so you know, ghost codes is 2 words, by the way. In your interests, I want you to make one of your interests Adrian Morrison, okay? So I can find you on there. Make one of your interests when you download ghost codes on your phone. I want you to make one of your interests my name, okay? I'm going to see if I can log in and show you something real fast. I'm just typing it in on my phone, so give me just a second. Let's see. Hopefully I can show you here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, I got it. All right, cool. So when you get into ghost codes, when you're setting up your interests, I'm going to pull it up. All right, I'm going to show both cameras. Let me show you. See if this camera will focus. Give it a second. I'm showing it to the webinar camera first. Hold on, let me see if I can get this to autofocus. There we go. You see my interests? It says Facebook marketing and social media. Come on, focus on it. You're able to enter in your interests, and if you enter in my name, it'll make it easy for me to find you. Come on, there we go. It'll make it easier for me to find you, and I'm going to help you get more followers on here. There you go. There's some of the interests. Okay. For those of you on Facebook Live, you can see some of my interests. All right. So you would type in Adrian Morrison as your interest. Now the next thing is when you find me, you'll see my little green icon there. And you'll see the ability to give a heart, okay? See, I have 108 hearts so far. I'll show you. 108 hearts. All right? Tap a heart on me, okay? And the idea here is this is kind of like a directory for Snapchat where people can find and follow people within a specific niche. Like mine's entrepreneurship. I want more aspiring entrepreneurs to find me. And literally in the past day that I've been using this app called Ghost Codes right here, I've gotten like 100 extra followers within my niche. And the idea is you go and you find people that you like and you tap that little heart on them, okay? And then the more hearts you get, the higher you rank up. It's kind of like silly, I thought, but it actually works. So if you have a Snapchat account, you can build up a huge following and you can start Snapchatting free and get free traffic to some of the offers that you're promoting. And that's one of the hardest things on Snapchat to do is get followers, right? The traffic is free, but you got to get the followers in order to do it. And this little Ghost Codes app right here, let's see if it'll focus on the little guy. Little Ghost Codes app has gotten me a boatload of followers over the last couple of days. I would suggest that everybody that goes in and enters in the interest of Adrian Morrison, just go give each other hearts and basically help each other ascend within this app. And I mean, it's up to you, you know, start advertising stuff within your own niche. It could be some of the stuff that you're advertising from AliExpress. Maybe you are I have a lot of students that do SEO and they sell local marketing. All right, you could start using Snapchat as a way to sell local businesses, because tons of local business owners use Snapchat, right? You just got to get found, and one of the best ways to be found is with that little app called Ghost Codes. All right, so everybody just type in a got it if you kind of understand what I just said. I'll try to film like an actual training video on how it's done and send out an email to everybody on that. This was just kind of like, oh crap, right before the webinar, I was like, this would be cool to teach everybody. I can see somebody already somebody's already done it, found me and gave me what they call kudos. So one person, Joshua Zitting, has done what I said to do. Cool. So go do that or don't, it doesn't matter, but I think right now is the best time to start building up your Snapchat, and you can use it for business, especially e-commerce. I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to do some amazing things with e-commerce via Snapchat. All right, so just familiarize yourself with it. Even if you use your personal account, familiarize yourself with it and learn about it, so when it's time to take action with your e-commerce business, your affiliate marketing business, your local marketing, SEO business, your network marketing business, you're educated, right? You're educated and you know how to pounce immediately and start ascending that business, so it doesn't sit there and lollygag while you're starting out. You instantly start getting traffic because you know what you're doing. Robert says Ghost Codes is coming out for Android in mid-May. All right, my bad. I'm sorry. It'll be mid-May before it comes out for Android phones. But if you've got an iPhone, you can do it right now. And I mean, it's really, really cool. Now, let's talk about the $200 giveaway, okay? But first, remember, step 1, enter your username and password for Snapchat. Step 2, choose your category. Mine's entrepreneur. Step 3, enter in some interests. All right? Make one of your interests Adrian Morrison. And that'll make it very easy for me to find you. All right? So that being said, let's talk about giving away the $200. Let me find my my Facebook Live video. For everybody that's on the webinar right now that's not watching me live on Facebook, go to my Facebook page. I'm going to type in here a link for you. Give me just a second. And find this video live that you see on my screen right now. It says Profit Power Hour Live, okay? And here's how we do the giveaways here's how we do the giveaways every week now. I want you to hit the like button, and actually you might come on here and hit love or, wow or haha, hopefully not sad or angry. Hit the like button and then show me a comment. I'd love it if you would hit share as well, because the more people that hit share, the more people that will start seeing my Facebook Lives and get the opportunity to learn from me. So I would really appreciate it if you would hit share, but I'm not going to make it a requirement. But hit like and start leaving some comments of feedback. So leave me some feedback. Say whatever you want to say about this training, about this Q&A. I'm going to go through these comments and I'm just going to choose a $200 winner, okay? I mean, even if you leave me feedback that says tonight sucked, if I land on you, you're going to win, because I mean, what's fair is fair. You don't have to like everything that I do. I hope that you do, but I want you to leave honest feedback. I don't want you to just, so I mean, even if you leave something not good and I land on you, I'm a man of my word. I'll give you $200 and I'll change your mind next time, and I'll do better to make sure that you're happy. All right, so you can all see the comments are just flying in right now. So I'm going to give it a second. Let's say it's 9:14. Let's say at 9:16, I'm going to announce a winner, okay? So that gives us about 2 minutes, well, 1 minute, we got 60 seconds. So it gives you time to leave some feedback. I'm going to announce the $200 cash winner, and I'll let you guys go for tonight. I have been here on Facebook Live now for a total of probably 2.5 hours today or so. So it's been really crazy, but I enjoy it. I enjoy giving you guys tons of knowledge, serving you guys. I think the Snapchat stuff is going to be big. Make sure that you go on Snapchat and you go on your phone and you download the app Ghost Codes. Okay, if you need to, use Boo as the code to unlock it. And right now it's for iPhones only. Step 1, enter in your Snapchat username and password. Choose a category. Step 3, put in interest. I have stuff like making money, social media, public speaking, and make one of your interests Adrian Morrison. And we can even add the step 5 in there as give me a heart, because when you find me on there, which you will if you type in Adrian Morrison as an interest, you can find me on there and just give me a heart, and I'll find you. And we'll do some really cool stuff on Snapchat. I plan on doing some training on getting free traffic there. So I think it'll be really, really cool and very beneficial, especially for e-commerce businesses. I'm just planning on doing so many big things on e-commerce with Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's going to be huge. I already know some e-commerce businesses. They're absolutely destroying it on Snapchat. And this app, Ghost Codes, is one of the best ways to gain followers on Snapchat. Overnight, I had like 100 followers when I use Ghost Codes. It's free. It's everybody helping each other out, basically. So when you enter in your interest as Adrian Morrison and give me a heart, it'll make it easier for all of us to find one another under the Adrian Morrison interest. We can all help each other out, give each other hearts and kudos. And it's going to raise you up in the rankings, and every follower is free, right? So you just need to get those followers. Then you can decide what to do and how to monetize them based off what you want to do. Just getting the followers, getting people to follow you on Snapchat is the step number 1. It's the important thing. You can figure out a zillion different ways to monetize your followers or to monetize your traffic. Just get them first, then monetize them later. And I promise you this, if you use this app, you will get a whole bunch of new followers. I can already see that a lot of people here are finding me on there and giving me kudos, as they call it. I don't know, this camera doesn't really pick it up as much. But make sure you put Adrian Morrison in as your interest, give kudos, and let's all help each other out there. I think it'll be a really fun group experiment for everybody, which is fun. I've never done like a live experiment with my students, and I think this will be a really cool way for us all to explore Snapchat. And I'm going to help you guys absolutely destroy Facebook and every other avenue that I start marketing on. All right, so let's go ahead and announce the winner of the $200 cash giveaway. Let me just get this open and see if I can get the comments open up. Give me, oh, and if you haven't been able to follow me on Snapchat yet, scroll down a couple on my fan page and you'll see the big green code. It's got my username, a link to add me directly, or you can take a picture of this little green image and Snapchat will automatically add me. And let's see here. Let's see if I can get these open. Oh, I'll look through the likers. Okay, so like the ad, share it if you want. I've only got 4 shares. Actually, let me refresh to see if anybody else shared. I want some shares. Oh, we got 21 shares. Okay, good. All right, so share me. I'm gonna look. So we've got 100+ likers. Let me just pull this up and go through everybody. Here we go. Let me expand it. All right, so this should be everybody on here. Here we go. We're gonna give away $200 right now. Who is it gonna be? Who is gonna win the $200? All right. So 3, 2, 1. Greg Miller. Greg Miller is tonight's winner. So Greg Miller. Greg, what I want you to do is I want you to come up here. Let me see if I can. Looks like you don't even like my page just yet, Greg. So Greg, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up to the top of my page and hit this message button, okay? And private message me your PayPal address. And I'm gonna PayPal you $200 before I go downstairs, okay? I'm upstairs in my home in my office right now. So give me about 10 minutes to do that because I got to shut down the webinar and everything. But you're tonight's $200 winner. If you are on this live video right now, somewhere on the video, if you put your mouse over it, there should be a button that says live subscribe on Facebook. Live subscribe to my videos because as you can see below, I've been doing a lot of Q&As. I just do random Q&A sessions. I want to connect with you guys. I want to answer your questions. I want to hang out and chill with you. If you want to know exactly when I come live, if you hover your mouse over the video somewhere, if you haven't already subscribed to me, then you'll see there is a button to live subscribe, and you'll get notifications every time I go live, okay? And for tonight's winner, make sure you message me. If you're watching this video, come up here and like my page, and subscribe to my live video feeds, okay? I want to come on here and drop some serious knowledge for you guys. I want to show you stuff to beginners. I want to show some advanced stuff. I just got a new software that's going to allow me to share my screen on Facebook Live. I do my go-to webinars every single Tuesday night, these Profit Power Hours, where I share my screen with everybody. And, it's just a great time. For those of you asking for the link to the Ghost Code, I think it's at ghostcodes.com. You can find it on your mobile phone, okay? And we're just going to crush it, all right? We're going to keep doing these. I'm going to get you guys to that next level. You can always ask me questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm always going to be giving away money every Tuesday night. If you are not subscribed for my Profit Power Hour yet, all of you that are on the go-to webinar right now, you're subscribed, okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this webinar. But if you're on this Facebook Live call and you're not on the go-to webinar, you can see my actual screen when I do my trainings. And this week was just a simple Q&A. I didn't really do that much. But I usually do some pretty intense training. Just go to my page. This is, my fan page, which you're already on if you're watching this video, and click on Watch Video. At the very top of my page, there's a button that says Watch Video. When you click it, it'll take you to this page, or a page similar, and you'll see a video of me, and you'll see a button that says Secure My Spot. Click on Secure My Spot, and then put in your details, and it'll subscribe you to my actual webinars where you can see my screen and see the PowerPoint slide and see the actual training as I go about doing it. So I want you guys to be able to see me on Facebook Live, see me on the webinar, but also see my screen as well. I think that's going to be really important for a lot of you in terms of learning. It's a lot easier to visualize it when you see me going through building an ad campaign opposed to hearing me talk about an ad campaign. So I'm gonna make sure that I have set presentations. I go inside Facebook, I build stuff, I do stuff, and you get to watch along. Like I said, tonight, just a simple Q&A. I wanted to relax, chill with you guys, answer some of your questions, because when I get on here, I get so caught up in teaching what I have planned. Sometimes I neglect the questions a little bit. So every couple of weeks, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get on, I'm going to hang out, I'm going to read through the comment section. I'm just going to literally spend an hour and a half answering your questions. So tonight, we gave away a $200 cash prize to one of our attendees. Still, I would love the feedback, even if you didn't win. If you have not left feedback yet, I would love nothing more than to get feedback from you here, a like and a share, because the more you share, the more people, I get to teach, and I really do enjoy, teaching people internet marketing. If this is your first time, I hope that you enjoyed it. I kept it really, really simple tonight, but I am going to do some crazy trainings here in the next couple of weeks and the weeks after that with some legit presentations. Typically I like to go live and actually like build campaigns while I film the screen and answer questions. So I'm really looking forward to the future Profit Power Hours. So make sure that you join in on those so you can watch my screen, and that you register at the top of my Facebook page by hitting the watch video button and going to that page and entering in so you can actually get into the webinar and see the presentation instead of just watching. All right, that's it for tonight. Congrats to our $200 cash money winner. I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's content, and I hope that you crush it using Snapchat as a new free traffic source. I'm going to be doing some more stuff on that in the future, and showing you what I do with that platform and how I'm able to profit from it as I build it up as well. But I want to take y'all along with me so you can learn with me as we go. I think it'll be real fun. Plus, just follow me on Snapchat. I'm going to be giving away some more money, some more advice on ads, and just giving you a look inside of an internet marketer's everyday life and the types of things that I have to deal with, and how I overcome some of my own obstacles, which I think is really, really cool. So that's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for joining my Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining our Profit Power Hour. This is the end of tonight's Profit Power Hour. We're giving away $200. We talked about Snapchat. We've done some Q&A. I wish you all a ton of success. Good night. God bless. I'll see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. EST.